terrific. I mean, I never ever thought I would really do this. I mean, but I'm glad I'm able to, because this is the ultimate.
Right. Thousands of individuals who once thought that disabilities and snow just didn't go together are all now having the time of their lives on the slopes. Adaptive skiing techniques allow almost anyone with a disability, including wheelchair users, to get out and learn how to ski. We had a marvelous experience recently. We went up to go skiing at Tahoe Valley, and we went to the Alpine Meadows, which is located on Lake Tahoe's north shore with 2,000 uncrowded acres of the best that skiing can be. They say you can choose your terrain, gentle to extreme, tree-lined to vast open bowls. Alpine Meadows invites you to find your place in the sun or the powder. You can see the view from the top of the spectacular Lake Tahoe area below you. They call it High Sierra Mountain Magic. Tahoe Handicap Ski School is a winter program of the National Handicap Sports and Recreation Association. It is one of the first ski programs for people with disabilities, and it has been continuous in operation since 1967. The ski school provides instruction for people with a wide variety of disabilities: visual impairments, amputations, those affected by polio, muscular dystrophy, cerebral palsy, spina bifida, multiple sclerosis, neurological damage, paraplegia, quadriplegia, and the developmentally disabled. The lessons are individually tailored for each person. For our On the Move group, the rate was only $30 for each 2-hour instructional period. This entitles students to private instruction, use of adaptive equipment, and the beginner lift tickets were included. The Alpine Meadow skiers and staff create a comfortable, relaxed feeling. Alpine Meadows has a variety of lifts to different areas of the surrounding hills with several runs and challenges for everyone, from beginners to the accomplished skier. We all took turns with falls and short runs and long runs, and more falls, but we ended up with 2 full days of lots of thrills and spills and snow fun. We had a chance to do our après-ski cheerful party after our times on the slopes, and we enjoyed having a little sunshine out there, and we all enjoyed sharing our fun. We had the opportunity to talk to Dan Nurse, who is the Director of Communications. What does that mean?
Well, communications is it's kind of all-encompassing. It varies from area to area, but at Alpine Meadows it means advertising, publicity, public relations. I do the brochure work, the trail maps, promotional material type of things. It also carries over into some other areas, sales, of course, special events, and also dealing with special interest groups.
Special interest groups. Okay, now we're here with the special interest group, the Disabled Skiers. And can you tell us a little bit about your program here with the Disabled Skiers?
Well, yeah, I sure can. Actually, the program here is the Tahoe Handicap Ski School, which is separate from Alpine Meadows. It really is not. They are their own concession, so to speak. It's been in existence here at Alpine for a number of years, since 81, 82, or 82, 83, somewhere back there. And the Tahoe Handicap Ski School actually existed prior to that, but I don't think they had a home base area. What we provided for them was some space for them to just kind of situate themselves and carry their program on at one area. It has been a great relationship over the years. The idea behind it was that everyone should have a chance to ski, and we thought that them being already specialized in teaching physically challenged skiers, let's bring them in and have them do it for that particular group. We're good at teaching normies, so to speak, how to ski, but gimps we're not as familiar with. So in their own terminology,
right?
And so we've had a relationship with them for many years. Many of the people have been here for the entire time. Just a dynamite group of people. Right now we're in an area where we're hoping that the Tahoe Handicap Ski School will be able to expand and maybe have some satellite schools at other areas, because it's just booming, especially in Sid skiers. I know that they can't even keep up with the demand that they have. Right. So it certainly is a tremendous opportunity for physically challenged folks, and we're just happy to be part of it.
Great. And we were talking about how you feel about this in relation to other ski schools, and you saw something that made you realize this is a pretty wonderful place.
Yeah, I was in Stapleton Airport a couple years ago in Denver, and just waiting for a plane, and all of a sudden we saw about 6 or 8 of our Tahoe Handicap Ski School folks waiting for a plane there too. They just popped in next to us, and I realized at that point they were just coming back from a clinic down in North Carolina where they had been clinicking another handicap ski school. And being that they're always here and we've known them for years, you don't realize how good someone may be until you get a different perspective of what they're doing. And when we saw them there, and it just kind of sunk in that here are 8 of our instructors, or 8 of the Tahoe Handicap Ski School instructors, having flown across the country doing a clinic for another ski school. It just brings it home how good those guys really are. It's a terrific program, and they're obviously at the cutting edge. Nationally, they're one of the best programs in the nation, without a question.
Really the cutting edge. That's great. With the difference with the lifting of the sit ski onto the chairlift, what accommodations do you have to make for that?
Well, there are, of course, there are lifters. So basically, with every sit skier, there's a lifter with him. There are times when we have to slow the lifts down, and it does create not really a problem, but it's a concern on busy days if we have to slow the lifts down a lot. Fortunately, with the new technology, the detachable quad shears, all the detachable lifts that are coming online, it's perfect. The lift slows down by itself anyway, so you just lift them in, and they're off just like at the same pace as anyone else. But it really hasn't been a problem, and especially we've noticed it here. I think it was more of a concern for Alpine Meadows management, thinking, now what are the other skiers going to think about this? We're slowing the lift down on a busy day, it's taking longer and so forth, but we haven't heard a single negative comment. We've had a lot of positive feedback in comments and letters from people saying what a great program it is. It's really inspiring to see all these folks out there and keep up the good work. So it's been good all around.
Ah, that's marvelous to hear. That's fantastic. When you talked about a new type of a chair, is that
the detachable lifts? We have one here, the Summit chair. The Summit chair right there is a detachable quad chair. It's a lift that, as opposed to a fixed grip lift, where the clip of the chair is on the cable, stays on the cable at all times, goes around the bull wheel and just continues at the same pace all the time. The detachable lift, actually the grip lifts off the cable and goes into a separate area at loading and unloading. It goes very slowly through the loading area, gives people a lot of time to get on the lift. It really is a tremendous lift. And then hooks back onto the cable once everyone is on board and ready to go, and then really speeds you up the hill. So it takes half the time to get up the mountain, but it's a lot easier loading and unloading than a fixed grip lift.
it would stop the panic feeling?
That's right. Oh yeah, there's no feeling of absolute rush. Geez, I've got to get out there, and this chair's coming around fast. It moves so slowly. You can walk. I mean, it literally is moving about this fast. It's very slow moving. So they're great lifts, and especially for beginners, we haven't gotten beginner lifts in there yet with that kind of technology. But I think certainly the wave of the future is detachable lifts. They're a lot more expensive, but boy, they're tremendous lifts.
Oh, that's marvelous. Dan, can any of the areas be used by the disabled skiers?
At the ski area, yeah, they can go up any lift they want. I've seen there's some very good disabled skiers around. Candace Cable is on the U.S. ski team, U.S. disabled ski team. She skis here on a regular basis. In fact, Alpine Meadows is involved in a smaller way of sponsoring her. We're very proud to have her on board. But there are some very good skiers around, and they can handle whatever their abilities are. They can handle it. They're not restricted in any way as to certain lifts or certain areas.
Oh, that's great.
They're on the mountain wherever they want to be.
Now, do they have to be certified?
There is a certification level, and basically that means that a mono skier, for example, or a sit skier who has not been certified is typically on tether, which means that there is a person behind them. And I'm sure you'll be seeing this, as you go through the program here. Basically, just a person to make sure that they're not running away, because a lot of those skiers, obviously a beginner skier doesn't have the control of an advanced skier.
Yeah.
The advanced skiers can become certified, and they are on their own. A lot of times they will ski with a partner, mainly for lifting purposes, but not for tethering purposes. And that's the difference between certification and not.
Great. Do the lift
think.
people? Now, do the lift people sort of check out each person to see if they're certified, or who
Well,
has to?
actually, it's not the lift. It's not the people at the lift. It would be a patrolman, say.
Oh.
And typically, I don't think it's a common sense thing. A skier who is not certified will probably not even think about going out and skiing by himself without a tether. Someone who is certified, those are the people you will see. But yeah, they all carry cards, and if there's ever a question, we can check them out.
Okay. We've been working with a man named Mark Wellman who
Yes.
climbed Yosemite.
Right.
Has he been skiing here at
Mark
Alpine?
skis here? Yeah, he sure does. He's been in and out. I haven't seen him myself this winter, but I know he's been around. Yeah, Mark certainly was famous for his climb up El Capitan. I remember that a couple years ago, and yeah, it's exciting having people of that caliber and that ability skiing in the
The
area.
thing I wanted to ask about was we wanted to meet with the mountain manager when we first came here so that we could get the idea of what we were allowed to do, where the areas would be. Now, could you describe the one area where they mainly train the disabled skiers?
Well, of course, it's just like with any ski school. The beginners start in the beginner terrain, which is over here in the subway area, the meadow chair, and the Teagle Poma. Once they get a little bit further along, they'll go up to weasel chair, just like anybody else would. And as they progress, they'll move up to more advanced terrain. They just, whatever's appropriate for their level of ability, that's where they'll be.
Great, great. Do you help find volunteers, or how do you find these wonderful volunteers?
I think a lot of it is just the fact that the Tahoe Handicap Ski School is here. There are a number of people who see what's going on and say, I want to be part of that, and they will go and volunteer their time. And it's the kind of it's obviously there's a lot of intrinsic satisfaction with working with a program like this. The people, there's very little turnover. The Handicap Ski School has been there for so long. The same people are there. The volunteers, a lot of the same volunteers are there year after year. So it definitely, there's a very strong core group there. And once people get involved, they stay involved, it seems.
Oh, that's marvelous. Well, listen, we want to thank you so much for giving us this insight into the marvelous program at Alpine Meadows. And the Handicap Ski School is just great. It's fantastic.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
I'm Mike Miltner of the Tahoe Handicap Ski School, and I'm now going to show you some of the adaptive equipment we use here at the ski school. Okay. First, I'd like to talk about the equipment we have for blind and visually impaired students. For all intents and purposes, they're regular stand-up skiers, so all we afford for them is the bibs that you see here on the bench. For the visually impaired, we just have that on their bib. We have a guide bib. We have a blind skier bib for our totals and an instructor bib for the, can you see here? Yeah. Whatever they are, we offer the bib so that other people on the hill can see what's going on. And, okay.
And then this is for the student.
Yes.
The student wears that one?
This is for the student and the instructor or guide.
And then this
Right.
one for the guide. Okay.
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 Go on with the next one.
Okay. Other equipment we have, adaptive equipment we have for our stand-up skiers, I'd like to show you are, first of all, ski bras. A ski bra is a device which stabilizes the front ends of the skis and tremendously aids a person with balance, any type of balance instability. We have a variety of ski bras. This is a fixed bra, and as you can see, it just stabilizes the tips, and we fix it to the tips. Other types of bras that we use are a bungee bra with a spacer, a PVC spacer. This is a little bit less stable than the fixed bra and allows the student some mobility in being able to walk. Okay. Another type of bra, and these come in various sizes just depending upon the width that we want to carry the skis at. Also, we have a trombone type bra, which operates on the same principle, and you can see the trombone action, but it allows the skis to move forward and back, but not laterally.
This is so they will snowplow or wedge instead of going out of control.
That's right. This stabilizes the tips of the skis so that they can open the skis a little bit easier into their wedge.
So it's a controlled mechanism.
Exactly.
And this is for a blind skier, but for a lot of different purposes.
A lot of disabilities can ski this, yes. Anybody with balance problems or weakness one way or the other, this will help stabilize the skis and make it easier for them to turn. Here we have a spacer, a bungee spacer, that we use in case the student doesn't have, it's more restrictive, but what we do is attach this underneath the ski boots, and this stabilizes the skis even more so than just using a bra. All right. Another type of bra that we have is called a Ski Easy, and this attaches just like the bra that's on the skis, and they can also use their hands for stabilization and balance.
Wonderful. So this way they would lean on that, or would
Well,
they
they-
control the skis
They
that way?
they can use this to assist themselves in turning the skis, but with their hands as well. Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
One other thing we do with the ski bras to assist the students is what I have here is a pair of reins. And actually with a ski bra on and these reins, we attach the reins around the student and we clip them onto the ski bra. With that fixed bra and using these reins from the rear, I can not only do speed control for the student, but I can actually use the reins to assist the student in their turns. So all they need to do is stand up and stabilize themselves on the ski, and then I can show them how to turn just by using the reins.
So by pulling that, you right now
By
can pull it.
pulling it, I can actually steer the student, yes.
And pull it the other way? Can you still pull it the other way too? You got to be on the other side to do
Well,
that.
no, from behind, yes, I can steer the student once they're standing on the skis.
But it just depends on the student's weight would be on it and
Right.
everything.
Right. So we use the reins for that purpose.
Wonderful.
Also, we have bamboo poles that we allow the student to hold on to. Again, it provides balance for them, and then we can ski beside them. And it's all balance stability as they get used to the skis. As
So
beginner.
a student and an instructor and,
And a
another
volunteer
guide or
on the
another.
other side if
a vol-
needed. Yes. And we use bamboo poles. Our blind students, it gives them the feeling of confidence and safety to be attached to their instructor as a beginner, and then as they're getting used to the skis. Also, for our stand-up students, we have this is a walker. It's like a geriatric walker, only in this case it's for kids, and with skis on. It's a ski walker, and the way this one is set up, they can use just the walker for balance stability. And also we've got a carabiner that we can also hook onto the ski bra here to stabilize the skis under it. And this is one happens to be set up for kids. We also have an adult model. And the only difference between this and a regular walker is we've widened it out to allow the skis to open in a wedge, and we put skis on it.
Marvelous. So this is, I didn't know if that was visual or not. If
Yeah.
this here attaches to the top of
This-
the ski bra here,
Right.
and then that will keep even more control. That's wonderful.
Right. And actually it's for kids, so it actually hooks up down here, and the kids' skis are much shorter, so they stay within the confines of the walker.
Right, because the skis would be about the same length. Okay,
Right.
I see.
Okay. One more item, and probably the most popular and widely known about, is our Canadian crutch-style outriggers. People use these, again, for balance and stability, or amputees. They can ski on one ski and use these outriggers for their balance. And they can be used in this position for skiing and up, even as crutches, while they're out on the hill.
But
Okay.
they can push themselves with that.
And, oh, definitely. Canadian crutch-style outriggers.
Is that string there on the side of the
This string here?
outrigger? Yeah.
Well, that allows the student or skier to activate this little lever to turn the skiing outrigger into a crutch, and then you pull the string and it drops back down for the ski.
That's marvelous. But it's a basic crutch.
A Canadian style crutch, yes, with the adaptive ski on the bottom.
Very
Adapted
good.
for skiing, I should say.
Great. Now, that comes in all different heights. You can adjust it.
Right, right. This one actually is adjusted a little bit too low for me itself, but yes, it's adjustable for the different height people, and the cuff, the arm cuff adjusts.
And they use that with the regular skis,
Right, for
as
stand-up
well as
skiers.
the...
And yes, the mono ski. I'm sorry, I'm
That-
jumping the
that's-
gun.
That's okay.
Yes, we use these for stand-ups and sit-down skiers as well when they use the mono skis. Yes, and the bi-ski. I'm now going to show you what types of equipment we have for our sit-down skiers, and I'm going to kind of graduate from the most involved student to the least involved student. And we're starting here with a sit ski, and the sit ski is for those types of students with spinal cord injuries, usually above a T5, and CP students, sit-down skiers with CP, multiple sclerosis, post-polio, spina bifida, anybody who's in a wheelchair. The student steers either using a kayak type pole, making the turns left and right by dragging the pole in the snow, or a handheld pick, where they fan the pick in the snow to create a pivotal resistance and turn the ski on the snow. And this type of pick, we also have what we call quad picks that are wrists, support the student's wrist. Whoops, wrong hand. Support the student's wrist while they're making the turn. Also, if the student has a hard time gripping the picks, we have Action Life gloves. And with this glove, we can pretty much make the student grip the pick or the kayak pole when we put it on. This is a new ski that we've come out with this year. It's a bi-ski, and it also has the 3-point evac system and a tethering system. It's for the same type of skier that would be skiing in a sit ski, and only it's skiing on skis. As you can see, there's 2 skis underneath it. It is balance stable. It can be skied like a mono ski, which I'll show you in a minute, with short Canadian crutch style outriggers, or it can be skied with fixed outriggers on the ski itself, which are adjustable. This is a mono ski. It is for the lower level spinal cord injuries, anywhere from T4-5. T4 would be the highest injury that might ski one of these. T4-5 or below, or somebody with a lot of good arm strength and good balance. It skis on one ski, and we use the Canadian style outriggers for balance on the arms. It loads on the chair as the ski drops away to allow it to load on the chair. This particular model is a GFL, and it first came into the country in approximately 1984-85, and all the skis have subsequently come in since then. We have other types of mono skis, as you can see on the wall behind me. A Shadow, which is made by Magic in Motion in Seattle, and a Unique, Enabling Technologies in Denver. These are self-loading type mono skis, which allow the student or skier to be totally independent in not only getting on and off the lift, but in skiing down the hill themselves.
Don't laugh if I fall. Falling is part of skiing. If you don't fall, you're not trying hard.
Point your nose way left. That's it. Yeah. You're going to see on this tape.
Rigger's a little too far out. That's pretty good, though. Pretty good. You got to go in the direction. You just had your rigger.
How's it going, Roxanne?
Oh, I just thought it was going to be a lot easier.
A lot of work, huh?
Well, I've fallen down a lot.
Oh, don't worry, we all do that. That's part of skiing.
It is part of skiing.
Unfortunately. But the snow is soft, okay?
You have a big screwdriver, Jim?
What was the first thing you did? Roll it over till there you go, right on. Keep your outriggers in the snow. Keep your outriggers in the snow and down.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and actually that was good. You fell and you knew what to do.
Yeah.
See, and that's the main thing is so you don't cause any more damage.
Yeah.
See how you dug them in? Yeah. So you stop yourself and then you worry about getting yourself back up again.
All right, three.
I'm out of my...
Excellent.
You're getting all this on tape.
Well, it can happen to the best of them. Okay. Keep your left a little farther up. Nice up. Push up. Both outriggers on the snow. Yeah. All right. Of course I don't have my skis on.
we fall. Part of skiing is falling down in the snow, having fun.
There's a new generation growing in our land. Our voices can no longer be ignored. All across the nation, watch us take a stand. The world's changing like it's never seen before. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. We collect our dreams, take them on the move. We're rolling and we're walking, but we're not sitting still. There's a world of adventure to explore. We're signing and we're talking from New York to Brazil, from Canada on out to Singapore. We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, we're striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference.
Excellent! Yeah! Good job! That was beautiful!
Whoa, great. That was a fantastic ride.
This one's great.
Yeah, that's on your notes. Put
You like this? You like the shadow? You really
easy.
no,
This
but
is usually designed for a more lower level injury, someone who has a lot more use of their upper body, like Roxanne.
so this one is a better thing for her, maybe.
Exactly.
Great.
Obviously.
Yes,
Obviously.
definitely.
Absolutely different.
A little harder to do it with the wheelchair.
No, we had a good time. I fell real hard a couple times, but I got back up and just kept on going. Fun.
Fantastic. So you progressed from what stage to what stage in one lesson?
I went from the lowest to the best, and then back down again.
Ah!
But it was fun.
Makes you humble.
You betcha.
I like the control I had in the non-shadow. I want to begin with what I've got, but the goal is to go back to the shadow. You can balance easier. I could balance much, much easier being lower to the ground. It's just the opposite for me. Yeah, I know. I think it's a riot. I just absolutely love it, though. Well, we have Donna coming in now.
Oh, Donna's coming in. The wheelchair over here.
No, Gene, take your skis off.
Oh, get me out of here! No.
I'm tired of this being tied up.
We're anxious to come back again. Everyone here's been really nice. All the instructors, they're anxious to have us come back, and I'm anxious to come back.